Welcome again, everybody. So glad you guys can make it. I think this is the eighth. Let me check. This is the eighth video for scaling from 160 to 1000. Thanks for following along. If you guys haven't watched the other ones, since part one, you guys might wanna, you guys might want to check back in with those videos so that you guys stay up to date. But first, we'll start with Mark Douglas. Let me go ahead and get the book. I forgot to bring it. Mark Douglas quote. So let's start with the Mark Douglas quote before we get into everything else. This is going to be from The Disciplined Trader. And all right, so let's start with this quote. It's by Mark Douglas. Until you learn the appropriate skills, your success as a trader will be determined by a number of psychological factors that often have little or nothing to do with the markets. There are many reasons why traders are not successful. These reasons can be broken down into three broad categories: lack of skills, limiting beliefs, and lack of discipline. So, I mean, from 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 reading off those three different reasons for why people are not successful as a trader, I think the main one that I would point out from these three different ones would be limiting beliefs. I think most people have limiting beliefs, including myself when I first got involved with not just the markets, but even like the sales industry. For example, if you enter the sales industry and you have an opportunity that where you're not 1099 and you're used to being W-2 and you're not used to really getting paid straight commission, you're most likely going to have limiting beliefs because it's your first time getting introduced to an environment or an opportunity where um you have to have like a lion versus gazelle mentality. You have to hunt for, your commission because if you don't make any commission, if you don't hunt for your commission, then you're not going to get paid. So there's one analogy of limiting beliefs. Another limiting belief could could be being too used to a W-2 opportunity so that, going forward now you feel like your worth is only 50,000 when it could be 100,000, it could be 200,000, it could be a million. It realistically can be whatever number you want. You just have to work towards it. And there's not many opportunities out there that give you a 300K salary or $1 million salary. Um, so it really comes down to like limiting beliefs. And then lack of skills. What I can say of lack of skills is that I think lack of skill comes from not reading the markets, not in when you first begin looking tick by tick, hour by hour, 4 hour candle by 4 hour candle, daily candlestick by daily count candlestick. If you're not looking at and practicing and taking the losses, whether it's on demo or live account, if you're not putting something at risk, money at risk, or time at risk in the markets, then you're gonna lack skills and you're gonna lack the knowledge behind the market movement because it is fractal. Maybe 50 to 60 or more, between at least 50 to 60% of the market is fractal. Obviously, the moves don't repeat themselves at 100% on the tick, but about 50 to 60% of the market is fractal. So if you know that 50 to 60% is fractal, then you might as well learn about it so that you can profit from it and then scale your account to abundantly scale your account pretty much because since there's no ending. The market is limitless and you don't have to check in with anybody. You don't have to clock in with anybody. You don't have to be, disrespected by anybody. You can literally just clock in with your own schedule and scale your account without anybody having to say anything, without being discriminated against, without, um, really without any regulations. I mean, obviously there is regulations, but I guess there's not like a person. It's really just you versus you, which that's, and if you're antisocial and stuff like that, it works perfect for you because you're competing against yourself. Aside from market movers that get involved and push price to from point A to B. Lastly, lack of discipline. So lack of discipline is pretty similar to what I just said. So you versus you. You have to have a you versus you mentality. If you structure, let's say if you structure something like I did where I've got my guideline, my underwriting guideline for before entering trades, or even after I enter a trade, this is like my underwriting guideline. So with me having an underwriting guideline from the trades that I'm taking on a daily or weekly basis, this is what holds me accountable most of the time, and I do my best to stick to this. I don't stick to it at 100%, but at least I do my best to stick to this. And this is what's been helping me remain profitable on a weekly basis. I'm on a 2 week winning streak. So I look forward to keeping up with that winning streak and I look forward to scaling this account from 160 to 1,000. Um, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have not seen this, what I put on this, you know, guideline, right? Key to abundance is what I call it. Then go to part four. Can I scale 160 to 1,000? Look at part four, and you'll be able to see what's on this right here. And if you guys want to see the type of trades that I'm taking, I include my stop loss, I include my take profit, and I also let you guys know exactly when I'm entering a trade or if I'm exiting a trade for whatever the reason is, which I typically try not to exit trades, which is one of the things that are on my key to abundance um, underwriting guidelines. But I even openly explained this is the reason why I'm exiting this trade or I'm going to enter this trade in the Discord. So if you guys are open to seeing the journey, seeing the process, or whatever the case may be, try getting into the Discord, and the link is in my bio down below. Going forward, I'll start sharing my screen. Let's get into how the week is going so far. I mean, right now, let's see. So right now the account's equity is at 213. I'm currently in this gold trade, which is -$9. It kind of looks like we're about to hit stop loss, which is not ideal. I figure this might actually go up because it seems to me like the 4 hour time frame is bullish. I thought this was, bullish structure, but I guess we're shifting to bearish because it looks like this is gonna purge right through my stop loss, but we won't know until it does. So I'm gonna remain in this trade. I've already accepted the risk of 5%. You can see 5.41. And currently my balance though is it was at around maybe 223. So I mean 223 compared to, and you can also see my trade Zella. Where did we start off last week? I mean, or end last week. I think this was where we ended. Yeah, I mean we ended balance at 125. So from 125 to 223. That means from value 125 to 223. That's a 78% uh in, increase in value. I don't know if you guys could see that. But that's a 78% increase in value, which obviously the return on, $160 investment is clearly worth it, right? It's it's clearly worth um the time, the energy, the effort, the sleepless nights, the alarm clocks, the alerts. It's obviously worth it because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be seeing a 78% return, right? But or actually, why did I put 125? Okay, so I ended. What was that? Let me see. Balance was 125. Yeah, I think I gotta go back. Hold on. This week finally ended. Okay, it has to be this 125. I think this was the Friday. This might have been the. Okay, so balance 206. I guess from closing out profit from the trades that I took yesterday, last week, it rolled into this week, and then I closed out those trades this week. So I guess from 206. Honestly, I'm really not sure. All I know is the account's growing. That's really what I know. Because I know last week, this is what it looked like, and then there were trades that I had took from the previous week that I closed in profit. So, um, well, here we are, right? We're just gonna conclude that this is where we're at. My stop loss is literally right here. Who knows if it's gonna get hit? Again, I've already accepted the risk. It's fine. I'm not gonna lose my brain if stop loss gets hit. It is very close to my stop loss. Hopefully it doesn't get hit. But I do anticipate this move to be about a 1 to 25. The ratio, the risk to reward on this is insane. It's very close to my stop loss. And my take profit is this high. So this is my low for the 4 hour time frame. This is my high. And I anticipate price to not go any lower than it is now. And, you know, for us to come and sweep this and create a newer high. But I don't know. It seems like it has other ideas. I mean, we're very close to my stop loss. I mean, I was in this GBP NZD trade, but I ended up getting out just because I wanted to close this week out in profit. If all doesn't go well with this gold trade, then this is probably going to be my last trade. I'll still mark up to see if there's any other opportunity, but I want this to be my last trade of the week. Um, but if it turns out to hit my stop loss, I'll feel away, but I'm not gonna sit here looking for trades that, don't present themselves. But we can still mark up together. So what I would say is here, let me unclick these. Let's say in case this gold trade doesn't, give us what we want, then I'm gonna put this one red. USD CAD. So this is a USD CAD that I called out also in my Discord. So you'll see that I profited from that. Yeah, gold looks like it wants to actually go bearish. Might have already hit my stop loss, honestly. Heavily selling. Like that does not look good. All right, yeah, we got taken out. So we ended in at 210. So we ended at 210, which is fine. I mean, Wish I'd done better, but it's okay. We'll do better next week. Unless we have more opportunity. But I mean, ending at 210 this week isn't bad, but it's fine. Still profit. Profit is profit. I'm not looking to really over trade or anything like that. But yeah, let's see if we see any other opportunity. But I mean, probably not. I mean, it's Thursday, so we'll see what happens. Let's check USD. Let's see. Gold. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna stay out of gold. Keep that red. USD CAD is look at the daily on USD CAD. USD CAD is daily on the bullish time frame. 4-hour time frame is bearish. What about the daily? So daily, we need to find a daily area of interest. So we got one, two, I want to consider this three, but it's not within the 50% area of interest. But look at the 30-minute. All right, I mean, I see some imbalance right here, so I'm gonna still keep that in mind. I mean, this probably isn't gonna be a good risk to reward if I do take it, but I'm gonna keep that green daily time frame. You can see this doesn't really look good, I'm not gonna lie. That's going red and CAD JPY. I mean, CAD JPY doesn't look terrible. 4-hour time frame is bearish. What does this look like? I mean, honestly, price might push higher. I might keep this alert here just in case because price might want to go up higher. And because the 4-hour time frame. Well, actually, this is the low. I mean, this is the high, this is the low. I mean, and this is not exactly a low. Not a clean low. Yeah, this one's going down too. This is red. And I'm removing the alert. So that's red. NASDAQ. Ooh, NASDAQ is bullish. All right, so we're bullish on the daily. Let's check out the 4-hour. I mean, 4-hour is, oh wow, did this price, any imbalances here? All right, what about the 5-minute? Okay, I mean, maybe if price comes down here, this is like, I don't know about this risk to reward right there. I'll make it green. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be Friday, so there's not much opportunity right now. So I might just sit this out. I don't really like this right here. Red. GBP, JPY. They're texting in the Discord. They're texting in the Discord. All right, so 4-hour, yeah, GBP, JPY. I'm gonna keep that red, Euro, JPY. Hmm. All right, yeah. Let me check this out. Yeah, no, I'm not trading this. I think the opportunity for me to get into this trade has been missed. Could have sworn I. Okay, yeah. This is red. Check the check the daily time frame. All right, so daily is bullish. What about the 4 hour? So the 4 hour, it seems honestly it looks confusing, and if it looks confusing, I'm not trading it. Now let's look at the so Nasdaq and US 30 is bullish. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, I high key feel like that US 30 is not coming Friday, maybe next week, but I'll still continue to mark it off green. This is also so that, I don't have to do a market update on a Sunday. I could just have everything laid out for you guys here on a simple Friday. Or, yeah, I mean, it's Friday now. It's 12 o'clock. 4 hour. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say this is the range that we're in for GBP USD, and then I'm gonna look to see if there's anything to left to look for. This is kind of tough. This is kind of tough because it's low key. This is low key far back, but obviously in the past it's been an important key level. So I'm gonna see if we're able to maybe reach back at this location here, see if there's any any opportunities at this level. And if price wants to fall back down to the zone, I'm more than happy to look at the zone. Maybe the 4 hour I might just mark up on the 4 hour. Oh, yeah, I'm bugging. I don't even know why I'm marking this up. If the range that I'm saying is this. Yeah. Here, let me do that. Perfect. Make that green. ADNZD. Not interested. Boom. This is something I'm also not interested in. We've got a lot of not interesteds. So the daily's for sure bullish. What about what about the 4 hour? Certainly, certainly, certain, certainly bullish. All right, but we've got maybe if price drops here or closes here, but we would have to have a pullback to create a better risk to reward. Hopefully we get it lower. Green. Now we've got daily. Daily's for sure bullish. This is Euro USD. 4 hour is also for sure bullish. Then we've got, excuse me, All right, so we've got, where do we have any imbalance? I'm gonna put I'm gonna put an alert here and then put like a boom. And then we know where to target. Perfect. Green. NZDJPY, daily time frame. We're definitely bullish. Wait, actually, yeah, I'm kind of confused with this one. I don't like how this one looks. I'm just gonna sit out of it. Sometimes you just gotta make it red. Just gotta make it red. Okay, so we're definitely bearish on the USD CHF. I think I profited from this trade this week, and we're gonna move this here, and we're gonna probably do this. We're gonna drop down to like the 30 minute. I mean, there is some bit imbalance right there. Maybe green, I guess. Last one. These opportunities are actually really bad, but trying to stay calm. All right, we've got 4 hour. What's the 4 hour saying? AUD CAD. All right. I'm gonna put an alert here. If price closes below here, then we're bearish. But at the same time, what does this look like? What does a 30 minute look like? 30 minute indicates that we're bearish. All right, if the 30-minute time frame indicates that we're bearish, then the 1 hour indicates that the 1 hour indicates we're bullish. Actually, 89396. Interesting. So we're still bearish. We might be switching to still bullish. We might be switching to bearish based on what we see here during what? Yeah, 12 o'clock. We might get a candle close here and then a push back up. So this one's actually very interesting. Hmm. You could see the doji too on the daily time frame. Okay. This is interesting. What about the okay. There's some imbalance up here, 15 minute, some imbalance here on the 15 minute. So let's see if price closes here, or we'll also get an alert here. That'll let us know which direction the market wants to go. So we've got a couple green, we've got a couple red, we got more green than red. Completely fine. I've showed you guys win rate is 20%, and then we've got the equity curve curving. Equity curve is curving um with a positive slope. So that's fine. I mean, that's exactly what we're looking for, right? It's exactly what we came here for. We came here for a positive equity curve, a positive slope. And that's what's happening now. So you can see if we start looking at when I started the challenge, uh, negative, negative, negative. What was it? I don't know when I started the challenge. When did I start the challenge? Started the challenge 2 weeks ago. What date was this? I really don't know how to check. Oh, June 6th. All right, so let's see. June 6th. Hmm. I started this challenge June 6th. Oh, I guess. June 6th. I didn't trade, I guess, on June 6th. Okay, so -$8. All right, just for so that we know. Oh well. Okay, so this is, I guess, where I started the challenge. 8, 11. Okay, so you see I over leveraged. You can see that from the 10th of the time that I over leveraged. I didn't do that again. These 131, 65 days where I just was careless about my trading habits and sticking to most of what I've written down on my key to abundance. You can see that's died down. I've been more strict rather than lenient with what I've been putting at stake of risk on my potential, trades or winning trades or trading ideas. And you can see the losses have just been diminishing based on, you know, how much is at stake. And not in a way where it's like, oh, or on a daily basis, so I'm taking less trades. You can see 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm probably gonna just close it out at 17 because I just showed you guys these different types of ideas that I have for the rest of the week, which it's Friday, so I'm tired. I'm probably not staying up London session or setting an alert for London session. And if there's an alert that gets triggered, I'm most likely not gonna wake up. Because I am a super heavy sleeper. To accommodate me sleeping heavily, I did buy an Apple Watch to alert me and vibrate my wrist for alerts or my alarm clock, setting it at 3 a.m. So usually that will wake me up so that I'm up for London session, but it's in my Muay Thai bag, which is in the car, and it's dead. It would be different if it was fully charged. I would go get it, but I have to charge it. I mean, it's not tedious, but I think that's a sign for me to stop for this week. Um, I'm curious though. Yeah, I'm kind of curious though about, let me see, this week. Balance, close positions. This week. Okay, so this week it did say 100, but it did say over 100, but we're at 88 now. So we're in profit, $88 for this week. So the account goes from 160 to 210. So let's see, 160 to 210. That's still a good that's a 31% increase. That's still good, for a week. For a week, 31%. I mean, like investors are looking for like 5% a month, at least 5% a month. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this gold trade is actually what brought me down, you know, by maybe $10, which is still good. Like if you put that into perspective, if I did 160 to 220, that's 37%. I mean, almost 40% before I got chalked on this gold trade. But there's always, opportunities. I'm gonna continue scaling this. I'm gonna continue being transparent for you guys. Again, just if you guys are open to it, Discord it is gonna be down below. So see if you get access. Also, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want me to share like other things outside of what I'm already posting right now. Also comment what you guys thought about the Mark Douglas quote that I shared with you guys today. And I appreciate you guys watching and following along. Thank you guys for following along and keeping up. All right. See how you close this out.